Both the Council of Indigenous People and the Ministry of the Interior rejected the Siraya people's request for the government to redress their status. Following the rejection, some Siraya members went on to protest in front of the Executive Yuan and petition for government and other groups' support for their cause.
Both the Council of Indigenous Peoples and the Ministry of the Interior cited the current Indigenous Status Act as a reason to reject the Siraya people's request for official recognition. MOI took further action and deleted the ambiguous option, others, from the domicile records, which seems to be a way to prevent the Siraya group or other unofficially recognized groups to register their ethnic status. But Siraya people refused to take that for an answer and were discontent with the government rejection. On April 24th, members from the Siraya groups as well as other civilian groups protested outside the Executive Yuan, urging government to respect the diversity of indigenous culture.
What exactly is the function of the Council of Indigenous Peoples? Why does it even exist? Is its mission to protect the minorities, or is it actually to eliminate them? Here's my personal comment today. I think the CIP is the executioner of the culture.
Inspired by the Siraya people's efforts and endeavors to push for their identity, other Pingpu subgroups also came to support them during the protests. The groups say the government tends to disregard the fact that the Pingpu peoples are also Taiwanese indigenous people. Members from the Seji group, which was officially recognized by the government last April, also came to support Siraya to be recognized as the 15th indigenous group in Taiwan.
You see the Siraya people taking every effort for their cause. We are all inspired. Our group is inspired. So I said we the Pingpu should all stand up and voice out our demand so we can be heard by others.
Regarding the indigenous status, if the Pingpu is categorized as Austronesian, then the government shouldn't treat them this way, out of political consideration. Ethnic identity is always controversial. For example, I am Bazai. Even if the government doesn't recognize me, I'm always a Bazai. This doesn't have to be approved by the government. This is just reality. I think it's cruel of the government to mistreat the Siraya people this time. The controversy of Siraya's identity has been lingering for decades and has become more intensive recently as more people and groups back Siraya people's efforts for recognition. They urge the government to acknowledge the rights of the Siraya, otherwise they will gather more support to achieve their goal. CITV Weekly.